All right, welcome back to another episode of Guitar Fundamentals on StichMethod. Make sure you do this first, and we will begin. The question I want to ask first is, what is Guitar Fundamentals? Guitar Fundamentals is my Thursday installment on YouTube. It's also what I consider to be the ethereal, the missing link, the stuff that we don't practice enough of, that glues ideas together. And this episode is brought to you by two of my students, Jeff and Dave. Hello. They both have the same question, and this is how I would attack the answer, which is, the question is, I have trouble keeping track of rhythm when I'm soloing. I can keep rhythm when I'm playing guitar, but the second I go to solo, everything is out the window. If this sounds like you, then hopefully this exercise will help. We're going to start off very simply. This can be done, of course, on acoustic or electric, whatever you like. But let me show you how I would practice this. It takes a long time to practice. It is not a cure overnight, but it's something you can do consistently to help you get better. So the first thing you have to realize is that rhythm is the foundation, or tempo in rhythm, are the foundation of every song you hear. It is pretty much the speed of how the song travels, and in that speed, you're dividing it up into what we call measures or bars, and that's where the drummer or the percussion kind of plays. And even if there is no percussion or drummer, it's where you kind of snap. And so that has to be followed through every level of music. Has to be followed through the bass section, has to be followed through the chord section, and it has to be followed through the lead or the melody. And so the exercise you're going to do is going to have you pull that rhythm up like a goo, like through the bass, through the chords, and into the lead melody section. You're going to pull up so that you are constantly thinking about it and feeling it. The more you do this, the easier it will be. And so the exercise you're going to do, and you can do it many ways, is going to start, of course, with a standard beat. Now, this one is going to be very simple. It's going to be 4 beats, just 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to play the bass on a fretted note, not just open. And I'll show you the reason why. So let's start with the 5th fret of the E string. And we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to tap your foot to the beat, that's fine. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. The next thing you want to line up is an A or an A7 or an A minor, whatever you want. I'll choose just an A chord. All right. And here what we're going to try and do is take the movement of the beat on the bass string to the movement of the chord without skipping a beat, without losing any sort of momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Following me so far? Fantastic. After you get to the A chord, you're now still thinking about the rhythm. You want to go to an A minor pentatonic fretted here, and that's going to be from thick to thin, 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8, and you want to solo twice, thinking about that rhythm as well. So you want to go from bass to chord to lead, keeping whatever rhythm you choose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now there's a lot of things. We have a lot more to do, but there's a lot of things we want to talk about. Number one, you can choose to do an open chord. You can choose to do a bar chord. The only reason that you should stop your momentum, the only reason that should stop your momentum is if you hit a snag or a barb, as I call it. Say you're doing this, and all of a sudden you go to hit the bar chord, but it takes some time to get to the bar chord. That's your snag. That's your bar. A barb. If you're doing this, and it takes you some time to line up your A chord, that's your snag or that's your barb. So how do we actually, cure that? Well, the answer is by reducing the tempo. All right. If you reduce the tempo, you give your mind the ability, to stack the attention span of what you need to do. So going slower lets you think about the moves. And so why do I want to bring this up? Well, because the simple task of playing a bass line, playing a chord, and trying to bring the rhythm up to the lead can become like a game of sorts. You can choose any bass note you want. And you can choose whatever A chord. I went to the open to make it easy. You can try a bar chord, you can try a different inversion, but the chord section could be anything. So If you are good at doing the A chord, if you're good at doing the bar chord, and you say, you know what, I'm not very good at this voicing, well, try it out. Okay, and so your ability to nail everything and keep the tempo going relies on the fact that you can physically play everything. If you can't, reduce the speed. So let's keep on going. There are multiple ways to do this. You don't have to choose the A. You can choose an A minor, you can choose an A7, you can choose an A minor pentatonic or an A major pentatonic. Those options are up to you. And if you want to discover those options and practice, of course, you can join me on my Guitar Fundamentals tier on Patreon. But let's keep going. Let's pick a different rhythm. Same exercise, different chords. Let's go to a G. Okay, so we're gonna play a G note here. One, let's pick the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And now we want to go to a G chord. I'm going to choose this, this F-shaped G chord like this. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. I should have done there. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Let's do G major pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And you can see all of a sudden you get to the scale and it's like, what? And it's at the scale moment that usually everything breaks down. That's where the question comes from, the rhythm of things. Usually when we're in a scale, we're kind of playing, with what physical ability we have. And sometimes that's limiting and we're really on like high attention trying to solo and we haven't really practiced all of our rhythm options. So there, 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And you can stick on a couple strings, 1, 2. All right, but you want to keep that rhythm. I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Ooh, really? Practice these routines. These are short little chunks that stack the responsibility of rhythm up. We'll do one more. It's a quick video. But if you, understand this process of picking a bass, a rhythm, taking it into your chords, and then taking it into whatever scale choice you want to work with, that's fine. Let's do one more, one crazy one. Let's do B, all right? So I'm gonna use this as my B note. I'll choose a B bar chord. I'll choose a B minor pentatonic on the 7th fret. Okay, so a lot of movement here from 7 to 2 back to 7. Keeping the rhythm moving helps you get to everything on time. And so bass to chords to solo, and these are exercises you want to do all the time. Here we go. Let me pick a different rhythm. How about 1E and a 2 and 4? So 1E and a 2, rest and 4. 1E and a 2, rest and 4. It can get complex. Right there, I really messed up. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. 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 Complex rhythm, but the movement needs to keep on going. The tempo cannot stop. If you happen to slow down while you found your bar, you found what keeps you sticking. So you want to slow everything down until you capture the moment, until everything moves together. You don't want to do this. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. You got to keep your foot going. You have to keep the tempo going. So in this case, I wouldn't recommend a metronome because metronomes are really, really, really hard, easy to ignore. I would recommend finding a really good drum beat on YouTube, like a 60 BPM, like 1, 2, 3, something that you can really listen to. It has a lot of dynamics and keep the tempo going. But the idea here for this Guitar Fundamentals is to keep a bass line steady, the chords steady, and whatever scale you choose, steady without stopping. If you happen to slow down, there's a physical element or a mental element that you got to conquer. So you slow everything down until you can get to the places you need to go. And then once you have it, you speed it up. Check it out. You can start off like 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. Shoot, I actually put the 3 on. Hold on. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. Now, once you get it, you can try speeding it up. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. 1E and a 2, 3 and 4. And the idea is you always want to just try to increase the tempo. And wherever it breaks down, you want to practice that. So to feel solos better, all right, to understand that when you're soloing, you will always have to pay attention and kind of like tip your hat to the rhythm section. You got to practice stacking the concepts of music. And then once you do that, you will start to solo with the ability to hear the rhythm and to hear the drums, to hear the bass, to hear the chords, and to solo with their rhythm. And so practice this, it's just a practice exercise that should help you get better and better towards your goal. Again, I have a lot of practice exercises on my Patreon channel. I will stop talking. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.